AFM Videos, the leader in football education.
Hello, I'm Bill Bradley, former college and NFL coach. I go around the United States, Canada, Europe, and coach the 7th grade through the 11th grade football techniques and skill drills. Today we're going to try to get to you and get into your mindset and present the first in a series of DVDs on defensive back techniques and drills that you can use. Now let's go to the change of direction drills. I always like to relate the change of direction drill to and we're assuming we're playing man-to-man, okay? Change of directions, you always start with man-to-man and then you teach zone as your second drills. Man-to-man for the change of directions is we're going to walk pedal, relax pedal, fast pedal, and let's say the guy's running a dig on you or an in route. And once you change directions, you can bicycle, plant, and go, and you start to drive on the route, and you're running. The number one thing in man-to-man is keep your eyes out of the backfield. Keep your eyes on your target. Try to get back in phase. Try to get into phase to his hip. So, I always like to relate those kind of drills, the change of direction drills, the 90, the out, the post corner, the post route, and we'll go with an in route right now, where when you change the directions and you bicycle and plant and go to change directions, the way I like to relate it to defensive backs is, because a lot of them have run track, and when you're running track and you're running a 40-yard dash or you're running 100 meters, you're doing that sort of thing, you don't run it this way. Let's say you're running, you don't run it looking at the quarterback, do you? You run it looking at the finish line. Well, your finish line in man-to-man is your guy's hip. He's your receiver. You own him. If he goes and gets a drink of water, you hand him the cup. If he gets popcorn, you feed it to him. Those kind of things. I know you've heard that a lot, but that's a good relationship to tell you what to do. So the change of direction is get back in phase and drive with your head and shoulders. Once you make this move here, you want your shoulders around and you want to drive that ball and drive that receiver where the ball's coming. So that's a good change of direction drill. You can do it on all kinds of routes. Now, what I like to do for change of direction drills is, let's say, the best relationship or the best thing that I can correlate it to is, we'll get on the board here for a second. What you do is, you as a defensive back, and you can do this from the 7th grade up through professional football in an area of 10, 15, 20 yards radius, okay? And this is a great way to think of it. Your buddy can work with it. You can work with another DB on your own time in the off season. And this right here is what I call you. It's what you're going to end up being. This is a DB right here. But you, being the DB, end up in the DB world, you end up being the hub of a wagon wheel. Okay? Not a very good wagon wheel. Let me see if I can get a better one here. Okay? You're going to end up being the hub of a wagon wheel.